if I can help you out a little bit on how to understand this. The question is, how can you recreate something like this? So I'm going to show you really quickly how I did it from what I posted you. The first thing that we want to do is I'm going to change my canvas color just so that it helps, because we're working with some white areas, just so you can see them. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get some text, and the word was Rangers. And then you're going to find a font that works for you. I think I'm just going to use Arial. Most everybody has Arial. Let's see. And there's Arial Black right there. So we're going to grab that, and I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger. I know this is bigger than what Print and Cut would be, but this is just so we can see it on screen. We can adjust the size later. And then you'll want to letter space it, all of that good stuff, however you want it to look. Unlock it if you want, and skew it, make it taller, however you want to do your font. Once you have it exactly like you want it to look, with your width and everything and your font, then you need to duplicate it. And then you're just going to hide one. Now you're going to go in and you're going to get a shape, and you're going to get a square, or two actually, and we're going to make one red, and we're going to make one blue. I think that's more an orangey. Let's go with red. So now we have our red and our blue. We're going to unlock that, and we're going to stretch it out larger than what the top is there. And now in your photo, it came right below the counters of the letters right there. So we're going to bring it to there. And then we're going to unlock this one, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make it larger or wider than what we have there. And it brought it right to below the A counter right there. And I know that this font is different, but the steps are the same no matter what font you have. So once you have that lined up, and I'm just going to bring that down to cover both of the R's. Once you have it lined up where you want it, you can only select 2 layers when you slice. And each one, right here, I have 4 layers. One is hidden, but I have 3 layers showing. So if I select it all, my slice is not going to light up down here, okay? So I can select just the top, and now I have slice, and I'm going to click it. And I'm not going to move anything. I'm going to select the bottom, and you can see right here I have the blue in the bottom of this, and I'm going to slice. And I'm going to pull this out. It's trash. I'm going to pull that out. It's trash. This is trash. This is trash. And this is trash. You can make that white if you want to, but you don't need it, okay? You're just going to get rid of it. Now you're going to unhide that one. Okay? I haven't moved anything. If you want to, you can group these so that nothing moves. And then I'm going to get the Rangers back there, and I'm going to change that to white. Okay? I'm going to make it white. We're going to align center. And now we have our red, white, blue letters. That one had a outline on the letters, or an offset. And I'm going to make that 0.025. And you can see that it gets all weird right here and gets all those extra pieces in it. So I'm just going to move this one down. I'm going to get my offset, and I'm just going to bring this down. And I'm just going to keep bringing that down. I want it to be very, very, very thin. So I'm going to probably have to type it in there, and I'm going to bring that down to a 2.0 and enter. And maybe make it a 2.5 and enter. Or make it just a little bit larger. That looks good. I'm going to leave it rounded because the R's are rounded. We don't want to square those off, and apply. And now you can see that I have that back there that's giving me that border. I'm going to make that blue because that's what the color was on the other one. Now I'm going to create another offset, but this one I'm going to make larger so that it's run together, where it brings all my letters together, and they've got theirs done. We don't have a blackout on here that we can mark, but we can get rid of that opening right there. So if you're good with the size of it, and I'm just gonna bring this down to 0.25, I think. I'm not worried about those little areas. I'm gonna apply, and now that's pretty big. That one's not as large, so you might want to make it smaller than that. You can work out your own sizing. I'm going to select it. We're going to make that white. That's what color it was. And while I have that selected, I'm going to come to contour. And then I'm going to take out those little pieces right there that you see so that it's completely filled in. Now I'm going to bring this up, and I'm going to select it all, align, and center it. And then we're going to come down here and we're going to click flatten, and now it's print and cut. Now you see I have the triangle up there, but I can bring it down to the print and cut size of 9.25 by 675. So as long as I'm in that 9.25 area, I won't have the triangle. And that's it. That's ready for print and cut, and it's ready to go. So I hope that this video helps you out and helps you figure out how you can do those 3 tones and get those ready for your project. If you need any more help, Marge, please just let me know.